So it's the first day back from break and we're all yawning. I know I have a baby face and I don't want to be confused as being a lost middle schooler. Happy Wednesday, friends. Welcome back to a new episode of the vlog. It's kind of weird starting on a Wednesday, even though it really feels like a Monday, but we only had like a week and a half off. But I know some people are still up and that makes me very jealous. It's lunchtime right now. I'm having a giant amount of pasta and then corn dogs. Today, I gotta catch up on my hand. Today in LLI we're reading this book, The Mystery of Yawning. And it's all about like theories about like maybe if you yawn it's because you need more oxygen, or maybe yawning is a way of cooling the brain down. But in any case, the word yawning appears on like every page several times, and so I'm yawning, the kids are yawning, and so it's the first day back from break and we're all yawning. And yawning is contagious to me, at least. So talking about yawning, seeing other kids yawning, and it's right away in the morning, it's at like 9 o'clock. It's an interesting coincidence. I didn't plan for it to happen, it just happened. The kids have gotten back into their routines pretty decently, and I don't have tutoring. Tomorrow's tutoring day usually, but we don't have tutoring this week. But I think I have to go to a meeting. But I'm gonna go eat my lunch and I'll check in with you guys after school. Okay, so it's the end of the day and we made it. It was really like a very stress-free day, no big problems. I got a bunch of stuff done. I took a bunch of our Christmas decorations down, our Christmas door deck, and now I think we're gonna do, you know in Frozen where it's Olaf saying, "Love is an open door"? Well, I think we're gonna do our door decoration saying, "Love is an open door." So I traced Olaf on the smartboard onto some paper, and I'm gonna have my para paint him tomorrow, and then we'll probably laminate him. I haven't decided yet if I want to paint hearts or if I want to cut him out with my Cameo, or just like take the cheap route, well, not the cheap route out, but take the quick route, just buy little pre-made heart confetti stuff from Walmart, which we all know I love Walmart. But anywho, it's 4:30, so I've just been cleaning things up and trying to get my act together. Looking through some papers, grading some tests. Foundations is getting so hard now. So we did like a foundations like checkup to see like what all was forgotten over break or just how far the students are right now. And so the sounds up here were really good. She got the different like Ed can either be ED or it can sometimes be a T too. And then she got like, you know, just the simple, the O, short O sound, the Y sound, and then we got down into some words and she got combat right. And then this one is thankful. She didn't spell it right and she didn't scoop it right, and she forgot to underline her digraph over here. And then this one is kindness. This is supposed to be kindness. So she's got a C instead of a K, and she's missing her S for the floss rule. And then that's invented. She at least circled her suffix. And then right here, this is once and no, which are both sight words, which are posted on the wall that they know is in pink. And I even say trick words, and I even say, oh, trick word coming. Like, look at the board. And that didn't happen. And then we get into sentences, and it's just so hard. We start out the year with like 4-word sentences, like, the fish is hot, and then eventually we're into things like the dentist insisted that the boy floss, and it's just so many words and so many like complex rules that they're trying to remember, and it really makes me like wonder how different education is now compared to when I was learning, especially in math, because I just remember being totally lost in math all the time, whereas reading was really easy for me. But I mean, I struggled through math so much, and my dad always had to help me at home. And now, like, the math curriculum is so fast-paced. Things I was doing in high school, they're now doing in middle school. So obviously, things like multiplication, like, I don't even remember when I was learning multiplication, but let's say 5th grade, I learned multiplication, and now they're doing it, like, end of 2nd grade, getting ready to do it for 3rd grade. Our skip counting rules together, and just, like, friendly numbers, like, anything times 0 is 0. I don't know how I would have done if I was these kids' age. And especially with all the, like, different distractions with, like, phones and video games. And me, I just read books. That was my distraction in life. So through Scholastic and System 44, they have something called Reading Counts, where it's basically comprehension quizzes. It's kind of like AR quizzes in a way, if you're familiar with that, but it's not really the same. And I'm not choosing, like, big, huge chapter books for them. I'm doing, like, really fun picture books. So I do 1 book a day. So Monday there's a book, Tuesday there's a book, and it's just really simple. Well, the kids think they're simple, but I'm trying to pick them close to their Lexile level and their Fountas and Pinnell level. So, like, it may look like it's an easy picture book, but really it's a level M text. Sometimes I feel like I get better results when I'm using shorter picture books than if I'm doing, like, a chapter book, because they don't expect it to be hard, and I feel like they try harder when they see a picture book. So anyways, they do comprehension quizzes off that when they're doing System 44. And then now the window for SRI testing is open, as well as Fountas and Pinnell, so I need to be doing those, as well as we do Ames Web probes. So just things like number identification. This is the kindergarten version. The 1st grade version goes up to 20. And then they do, like, letter identification, sounds identification, quantity discrimination, so 19 and 15, which one's bigger. And then there's actually, like, reading prompts, the MCAP and the MCOM. They're both, like, basically like math tests. So this is the 2nd grade passage. So Dad and Rob went fishing. We will catch fish to eat for lunch. So it's basically testing how many words they can read a minute. And then we sort the kids based on, like, their results, and that's how we divide, like, who needs, like, more intervention time. Or at, like, my school, it's, like, mostly me doing all the intensive interventions, and then some of the classroom teachers are doing, like, the mid-tier interventions. But, like, if we want a student to qualify for special education, basically it's me doing the interventions. So then it's interesting once they do qualify for special education, because they don't really see much of a difference between when they were receiving the intervention to when they receive special education services. Like, some of the kids actually, I have SPED kids working with intervention kids, and nobody knows the difference. And last year, a bunch of 5th graders thought I was the speech teacher. So I don't really have a stigma here as, like, oh, you're going to that room. Like, oh, you're in special ed. Like, I'm the cool teacher, and kids want to come to my room, like, evidenced by my cool door decorations and my crazy Christmas outfits. And I think I'm really personable. So, I mean, that's a plus. So there's really not much of a divide between, like, intervention and SPED, even though I'm technically, like, 2 job titles, but I'm still providing services for all sorts of students. So, like, our Ames Web tests and Fountas and Pinnell leveling is how we, like, determine, like, who's going where and, like, what students I'm seeing. Happy Wednesday, happy Wednesday. Aren't automatic light timers just fantastic? If you're new here, that happens quite often. The lights go on and off like 10 minutes. So if I'm here over here working, you gotta wave over here to get the light to work. Hello, welcome. So conveniently, I was at Target the other day, and these were in there, like, 50% off holiday stuff. So 50% off chapstick, yes. I prefer the stick kind of chapstick because I don't like sticking my fingers into the little EOs, because, I mean, my hands aren't clean all the time, especially with the amount of times I'm touching, like, kids and pencils and tissues that they leave in the recycle bin and all sorts of fun. Today, one of my students got into his teacher's, like, purse because she just, like, had it sitting behind her desk, and he just kind of wanders. It's just what he does. It's not like a malicious thing. But he ate her chapstick, like the EO style. So it was almost like it was meant that I bought a 2-pack, then I can have the stick, and I'm gonna give her this little EOS. You know, I kind of wish I would have invested in a remote start for my car, because winter is kind of cold. Not very nice on my system. But no, I wanted the giant sunroof. So instead of having a nice warm car to walk into, I have a deluxe sunroof that I can use like 2 months out of the year. Hey, priorities. I'm taking this mug home because when my Secret Santa gave it to me, I was like, oh, cool mug. I only have like 1 or 2 that I actually use at school because I never wash them. But so I used this one today because I washed it, and I didn't notice that there's like the hole right there, so the water actually goes into the handle. So you can't actually carry the drink anywhere because it's so hot because all the like liquid is in the handle. So instead of being able to carry the drink into my classroom, I just sit there like a weirdo all alone drinking my hot chocolate until it was low enough that I could actually drink it. But on that note, you can tell it's quite dark in here and it's only 5 o'clock and my arm is shaking because it's cold. But I'm gonna go home. I'll see you guys tomorrow. The high school orchestra player has like a dancing singing, so they're like dancing and singing with violins and cellos and all sorts of fun. See you tomorrow. It's Tuesday. It's a great day. The only bummer in my life is the Chromebook isn't working. Like, it's giving me an access error when I'm trying to have students do a test. So that's not good, but I got 3 taco roll-ups today, and taco roll-ups are my favorite. My lunch lady loves me. It's fantastic. I have kids that are requesting homework, asking for homework, and then I give them candy after they've done 5 homeworks. Fantastic. Like, yes. I don't know how this day can get any better. We had a performance. My kids are great. 3 taco roll-ups. I'll check in with you guys later. So it's 2:05 right now, and I am currently driving to the middle school. We have a meeting for our transition from 5th to middle school. Now, most schools have more than one 5th grade class, so they have several 5th grade students that are in special education. So our school district has 5 elementary schools total. Ours is the smallest, where there's the vast majority of grades is 1 class per grade, whereas there's other schools that have 4 classes per grade. Some have only 2, some have 3, but the majority is the 3-4 range. So I'd say there's probably about 100 5th graders that are going from 5th grade to 6th grade that'll be receiving special education services. Obviously, when you have, 10 different special education teachers that are servicing these 100 5th grade students, we're all going to be writing different things for accommodations and modifications. And if they're anything like me, they have no idea how long the middle school classes even are, or what kind of things they can offer. They have these meetings once a year where they kind of give information on like the pathways that your students should be taking. So for example, my one 5th grade student will be probably traveling the more average path of someone who has just a basic learning disability in the area of reading. They can do in-class math. If there's a chance that they could have like a supported math, like they could have that option if the parents want, and then they'll do reading 180 probably, which is a bit of an alternate curriculum that still hits on the same Common Core curriculum standards that are present in 6th grade, but they're not doing exactly what the normal curriculum is for 6th grade. It's modified in a way that'll make them successful. So they're still reading and writing, it's just not to the extent as other students are. But anyways, so school is done at 2:35 for all elementary schools, and middle school is still ongoing. They get off at like 3:40-ish. So the middle school teachers just give their classes to other subs, or their students go to like a study hall. And the elementary school teachers, in theory, just go right at the end of the day to the middle school. Now, most of our elementary schools are like within a mile of the middle school. There's one other besides mine that's probably like a 10-minute drive. But then there's my school, which is like a half hour away from civilization. So anytime they have meetings like this, it just drives me crazy because they just expect that you can come right after school. So right now at this time, I usually have a 3rd grade math group that I can't meet with today because I have to go to this meeting. And I understand that by doing it right at school is done, like we don't have to get subs and it's convenient for most people, but I'm sure they don't keep in mind that people from my school can never go to these functions without having to like arrange to make arrangement for their students that are back at school. And it happens all the time on other teachers that are on other curriculums or other meetings, like the report card committee. They always have these meetings after school at like the district office or like the middle school or the high school, but they don't realize that it takes forever for us to get anywhere. So I left at 2:05, and I'll check in when I get to the middle school. My meeting is at 2:45. I would hope to be there at like 2:30-ish, and then I can wait for someone I know to start like getting out of their car and walk in, because I honestly have no idea where I'm going. It's like the 3rd biggest middle school in the state or something, and they're in the middle of a remodel where they're moving some of the partition walls. Our middle school was built in like the early 1990s, 2000s, where open concept was like a thing. So it used to be you could stand on one end of the school and look all the way to the other end of the school. There was no walls or anything in the middle. Yes, what a distraction. So they put up all these plastic, like cardboardy walls when they realized that, open concept is not a very good idea in the classroom setting. And now we are remodeling soon, and they are adding in real walls, because if there's ever like an active shooter situation, it's really difficult because like the walls aren't real. some of the classrooms actually don't even have real doors, or there's not actual hallways. So some of the students are going from one class to another, and they actually have to cut through another class because that class in the middle wasn't like intended to be a classroom. It was just like an open space, and then they needed to add on classrooms. So it's just one giant maze, and now that they're trying to fix the maze, it's even made the maze worse. So hopefully I can find someone I know and we can walk in together and be lost. Because I know I have a baby face and I don't want to be confused as being a lost middle schooler. Because yes, even though I have tattoos and piercings and makeup, like, it still happens. I'm really frightful of when I receive my 10-year badge from Walmart, because people are going to be like, wow, did you start working here when you were 12? No, like, I already get like crap because I have a 5-year badge from Walmart, and people are like, well, what'd you do? Start here when you were 14? Like, implying that I'm 19, and I just am so sick of that. Okay, sorry for the ramble. Check in with you later. Okay, it's 2:37 and I'm at school. It's so funny looking at the parking lot here and comparing it to my school, because it's like if we had an event and every single parent at our school showed up. That's how many cars are in this parking lot. It's insane to think how small our school is compared to the middle school. Like, our school's like 140 some kids, and the middle school is like 1,200 or something ridiculous like that. I can't imagine going from a small school like mine and then going to the middle school. Like, I went through this district when I was a kid myself, but my elementary school was like 400 some. So it wasn't that big of a deal going to the middle school. Yeah, I'm sure it was scary, but it wasn't like I was, you know, with the same kids every single year. I believe my school had 3 sections per grade. So you weren't just with the same kids all the time. You still had different like configurations of students that you're with as you got older. But my school, unless number 30 shows up, you're with the same kids every single year for 6 years. Middle school is going to be so interesting for them, and I'm really excited to figure out, like, for my 5th grader, how I should be writing her IEP for the end of the year so that she's ready to succeed in middle school. It is so crazy how busy it is here. I totally forgot. It's just like buses and cars everywhere. So it's 3:40 now, contract time is 3:30, so like I'm going home right now before 4 o'clock. There's no sense in driving a half hour all the way to my school, so I'm just gonna go downtown. I have a gift card for a place downtown that I never go to because it's just too far out of my way, because I'm not really downtown ever. So I'm gonna go get a salad and a smoothie, and then I'm gonna go home and be a productive individual. I don't have any paperwork necessarily that I need to finish, but I just have like small readings that I was intending to read over break that I never got around to doing. So I'm gonna sit in bed, eat my salad, drink my smoothie, and do some readings that I intended to do over break, but I just spent far too much time at Walmart. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Friday. Yay! So today's one of those days where it's 2 really good choices that I really enjoy for lunch: cheese sticks or orange chicken. And I'm not gonna lie, I basically chose orange chicken because I knew I would get a lot, because I don't think I'm gonna go to McDonald's today after school. I know, what's wrong with me? So I'm gonna go eat my lunch. You know how some people are fancy and they do Feet Up Fridays on Instagram? Well, hard to do that when your desk is a train wreck. On the plus side, it was a good day for birthdays, and I got a cupcake and a cookie. So the 1st grade teacher and I like literally decided a half hour ago that we're gonna do an alternate curriculum for my students. So they're gonna go off to the music room and do math with my para instead of the regular curriculum, because it's just getting too hard for them. So we're gonna be doing connecting math concepts. So it's just like basic numbers, counting, number formation, stuff like that. And we're doing the kindergarten version with them because 2 of them kind of have their numbers down. It's just like 8s and 9s that are a struggle, and then the other just needs a lot of help. So we're gonna try to do that with them. But that means now I have to teach my para how to do connecting math concepts, which isn't really hard because it's direct instruction and it tells you everything to say, but that's just like, just one more thing I need to work on. So on Monday, we're gonna try it, and so I'm gonna bring my 4th grader, my 5th grader in there, and they're gonna do something independent while I'm kind of mostly teaching the lesson to my 3 students while my para is watching, just like how I do it, which isn't 100% to the book. You're supposed to be saying explicitly what they're saying, but sometimes I just go off mode. Okay, your turn. Get a little carried away. Otherwise, I've had a really good day. One of my students was really sassy to my para, which I just don't understand because she's so nice to me and she just is not respectful at all to the recess monitors or my para. She says she's sorry, but I don't think she's sorry. 40 degrees out, guys. It's not even cold. Snow is melting. Roads are clear. But in any case, it's Friday. I'm off to Walmart to work my second job. At the moment in my life, I'm not at the point where I like require having a second job, but it's nice to be able to pay off my student loans and my car loans as quick as I can. My hope is by spring break, I'll actually have all my student loans paid off, which is insane because I started with like $30,000. Where is my case? My bag felt super light, which makes me feel like I forgot something, but I don't have any work to take home, so I don't know why I would feel like I've forgotten something. But in any case, I'm gonna end the vlog right here on this wonderful 40-degree Friday. I know some people are still on winter break, so this coming Monday will be their first Monday back from break. So it'll probably be a hard transition for them, because some people have had like 2 weeks off. But for people like me, we got out the Friday before Christmas, and then we were back Wednesday right after New Year's Day. So a really short vacation. Luckily, we do get a week-long spring break, but we still go to school till like June 7th, where some people are out at like May 15th. I don't know what I'd rather have, honestly. I like that we start later in the year. I'll catch you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Hit the notification bell if you want to get all my updates. I really try hard to upload at least once a week, maybe 2 times a week if I have something interesting to share. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!